This video is sponsored by Z2U.com, who offer heavily discounted COD points. If that sounds interesting to you, why don't you head over to Z2U.com today? Now, today we're talking about the best movement settings in Warzone 2 and Modern Warfare 2, and we're starting with the button layout. Now, surprisingly, the majority of players still use tactical, and to be fair, this is great to do drop shotting or make sliding and diving much easier. But with Call of Duty, there are two main movement mechanics we really have control of, and that's jumping as well as crouching and drop shotting and all that kind of thing. So with tactical, we only have one aspect of that, which is why I recommend bumper jumper tactical. With this, it makes it so we can jump with the left bumper, which means jump shotting and jumping in general is much easier. So at any moment whilst we're running around the map, we can jump shot someone, we can drop shot someone, and it's really intuitive. Obviously, if you do have a paddled controller, then that's not going to matter too much to you, because you can just assign the paddles to be whatever you need to be. And actually, if you do find jumping with the bumper is a little bit awkward, we can now actually change any button on our controller to do what we want with the custom button layout. Next up, we have stick sensitivity, and really we want to run a minimum of 6.6. And really we want to look to go even higher as long as we're not missing too many shots. But if you do start to miss shots, then you can change your ADS sensitivity multiplier. I recommend turning it down to 0.8 or 0.85 anyway, because this ensures that we can have really high sensitivity whilst running around the map, but when we actually aim in, it's much slower and steadier, ensuring we can hit our shots. Then we have automatic sprint. I always recommend putting this on automatic tactical sprint. This ensures you can get off the mark instantly when you just push forward on your analog, making your movement a lot snappier and much more intuitive if you do need to run away from opponents. For armor plates behavior, put this on apply all. Now that we can actually apply armor and run at the same time on Warzone 2, this gives us a huge advantage and makes movement much more fluid. Then on advanced settings, we have invert, slide, and dive behavior. Absolutely put this on inverted. This makes it so we just have to tap to dive, meaning that we can do it much quicker. Sliding on Warzone 2 and Modern Warfare 2 isn't that useful, so that can take a back seat. Sprinting door bash, make sure this is enabled. Without it, you'll just thud into the door. Then for ledge, hang, mantle behavior, I recommend putting this on movement based. This makes it so when you're jumping up an object like a wall, once you start hanging, you actually just need to push forward on your movement and you'll jump over it. This is opposed to clicking the jump button again. This just makes it so you can climb up slightly quicker and more intuitively, making your overall movement and movement speed much better. Then as we come down to combat behaviors, I recommend changing your weapon mount exit delay to short. This is great when you're mounted up and shooting someone, but then you start to get shot at as well, because then you can just stop mounting really quickly and get to cover. The default is medium, and sometimes that can mean an extra bullet hitting you and an extra death. Now that you've got all the best movement settings, why don't you check out the best graphics and audio settings on Warzone 2 as well?